So next week, Star Saver is going to have the half anniversary. Alright, as you can see, they have released the PV. Alright, so this is what's happening on Thursday. So 2 characters. Wow. Now Guna game unlocked. So we're gonna get Carmen first, and then we'll get the other one later on, right? Now make sure you guys get ready. 3 copies, actually 4 copies, right? Else you're not gonna get the other one. No pulls. Make sure you guys get the pulls. Flower Judge. Okay, it seems like there'll be some interesting stuff going on. Extra moment. Can I even show this on YouTube, right? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it looks great, right? If you guys haven't already, you can play Star Savior on Steam. Now, let's check out the developer notes, because I saw that they did release a very specific dev notes. So what is specifically right here? So this one is going to be, as you guys can see, now again, bear with me, there's no dark mode for this. Future development directions, alright? So let's see. Hello, this is Star Savior director Lee Sung-won. Following last week's half anniversary, the dev note has prepared to provide additional detail on our operational direction. Okay, this is going to be very important, right? Because I think a lot of people are very worried with what happened with Countersite. So they also want to know like the future operational direction to address the outstanding, okay, questions from the community, right? Previously, much of our communication was delivered through Ryuko-chan. Going forward, the dev team will endeavor to communicate more directly and with great frequency. Okay, that's much more appreciative, right? While there is still much to refine in this regard, delivering timely and transparent information on the state of the game and our plans remain a top priority. Regular communication through developer notes and other formats will continue going forward. Today's developer notes covers the key items currently in development, a review previously announced content, and the team's approach to addressing identified gameplay issue. Okay, the first one is going to be gear presets. Very cool. As discussed, alright, gear presets is currently in development. Late June as the target. Okay, so if you guys are not aware already, I think gear preset is something that I do appreciate a lot, because right now I have most of my characters are running like attack set, and I do have like speed set that I want to swap for PvP, but it's going to be a bit troublesome to like, you know, swap them individually, right? Some sort of gear preset that I can do would be like way more convenient, alright? So that could be something that could help you to swap between PvP and PvE a little bit, right? The current gear engraving system, by contrast, strongly binds specific gear to specific saviors. A structure that is fundamentally at odds with the direction gear presets is intended to support. On this basis, this decision was made to remove gear engraving upon the introduction of gear presets. The primary concern for captains is expected to be the loss of stats previously gained through engrave. To address this, stats obtained through engrave will be absorbed. Okay, the overall gear system will continue to be refined to be a more intuitive and accessible experience. Okay, Cube Palace expansion. Okay, they are expanding this one. Expansion to Cube Palace is currently in preparation in 2 directions. Okay, a new event format, Overlord Cube. Nice. Overlord Cube builds and challenge content framework found in the current events. So that is, I feel like Cube Palace is something that I do once and then I just sweep every single day, right? Like, do you need to do anything extra? But I guess with all of this stuff, we are going to get more stuff, right? Overlord Cube will be operated on a seasonal basis with the goal of offering distinct configuration and battle experience for each season. Okay, so there's that as well. PvP rotation ban. A rotation ban system is currently in development for the Gauntlet. Oh. Okay, so if you are a PvP, like I'm not like a big PvP guy in Star Savior. I think the PvP, I do appreciate it, but it's not something that I play like every single day, right? But for hardcore players that play PvP every single day, I can see you would appreciate this more, right? Rotation ban system. Previously, Countersite has this as well. So yeah, I can see this being a good stuff, right? This being a great stuff for anyone to enjoy things accordingly. Deep mining operation. Oh, this one is new. A deep mining operation currently in development is being designed as a content that can be engaged longer. Okay, this content is for captains who have completed available content and wish to continue playing. Okay. So it's more like an endgame stuff, it sounds like, right? PvP is good in Star Savior, it's better than AK. I think it's okay, right? I do come from counter side, so my angle is going to be from that, right? I understand that, you know, some people like PvP and stuff. I'm not saying it's bad, right? But it's not something that I do every single day. Server merge. What? Preparation for server. I thought it's already merged. Following the global launch, it has been observed that a considerable number of captains, regardless of the region of residence, have been playing on the global or Asia servers. This has been difficult for captains to naturally form communities or play alongside captains on the existing KR and JP servers. A situation in the development team likewise recognizes an unsatisfactory experience. To address this, a merger between Asia, Korea, and Japan is being prepared, with the goal of allowing all captains to communicate and play together within a broader shared community. I see. In the event of a server merge, the introduction of auxiliary features, auto translation, is being explored. AI auto translation. AI. The server merge is being targeted for September. Okay. Alright. Like, who is winning? Koreans are winning. Okay, others. Items such as position, buff, and challenge journey has been referenced in the previous dev notes. Okay, following an internal review, priorities, and the current needs of the game, the scheduling of certain items has been adjusted. Regarding the position buff, okay, like I think they're talking about position 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The 4. The original intent was to address underperforming classes. However, upon further review, it was determined that the primary drive of the issue is the performance and usability gap between individual saviors rather than the class structure itself. The position system itself has not been abandoned. The current position system assignment mechanic is considered to function as simple placement and a meaningful strategic decision. Okay, and future improvements will aim to give position selection genuine strategic significance. Okay, alright, so I think this one is do people complain about this? Like I never see anyone like specifically talk about, or like this is like their biggest issue, right? Maybe for the KR players or JP players. So what is this? Combat power discrepancy. Okay, this issue is going to be something that I think a lot of people experience, right? So gameplay issues, improvement directions. Significant combat power discrepancies have been identified as a result of differences in stat configurations across classes and characters. One specific case is Savior Faye, whose displayed combat power has been found to substantially below what her actual performance warrants, even when the recommended critical damage focused build is applied. To resolve inconsistencies, the team is exploring application of class and character specific combat power calculation methods. I see, so her numbers are lower than other characters, is it? Just the raw numbers. Gauntlet. Okay, the current Gauntlet season will be the last regular season. Then the game will transition to a pre-season period. The dev team would like to express its appreciation to all captains who participated in Ranked Match Season 1 Torn and Strategy Battle Regular Season Tales. During the pre-season, alright, the granular structure in Ranked Match will be simplified, and the score ceiling will be modestly reduced to lower the barrier to tier achievement. Okay, Cosmo Gate. Wait. One of the elements identified as significant source of player frustration was removed from the Cosmo Gate. Absolute rest. Oh, I'm not sure what this is actually. Wait, Cosmo Gate is the content that you beat the boss, right? Beginning with the current Cosmo Gate season bosses, Jill and Tyria, all bosses will appear without absolute rest applied. Oh, the resistance, is it? Okay. Lack of play-based content. Guys, is it true? Star Savior has a lack of content. The dev team has received feedback indicating that captains feel there's insufficient content upon logging in. There's not enough content. There's not enough. You got to be able to play the game 6 hours per day, is it? I'm not sure about that. For me, I think it's nice. I mean, it's just nice for me But then again, I'm somebody that plays a lot of games. I understand that somebody who, they only play Star Savior. Alright, they play Star Savior 24/7. This is like their best, it's like the best game, it's number one, right? They want to play this like League of Legends every single day. Now, I thought there's PvP for it, right? But I'm not sure what other things they can add. Because if you add too much things, see, the problem is they have to understand. You shouldn't. I understand that they are listening to the whales, the people that want a lot of stuff, right? Your Samurai, thanks for the follow, right? But they also have to like try to balance it out, right? You need mats for the contents. Progression feedback. A marked decline has been observed as saviors approach the level 200 range. This weakened feedback loop contributes to extended stage. Stagnation on specific stages in operation and corridor. Okay, to address these, additional elements designed to restore the sense of progression are in preparation. Content availability. Even after obtaining or developing new saviors, there's currently a shortage of content in which captains can freely deploy those saviors. Okay, that's true. The Cube Palace expansion and deep mining operation are being prepared with this gap in mind. Okay, skip battle. The skip battle is to reduce fatigue in corridor and guild defense. However, it is the team's assessment that the scope of its application exceeded the original intent. What? While the feature has been effective in reducing repetitive burden, it has also accelerated the rate at which the play experience is consumed, an outcome that was not intended. So it's too fast. Sweep is too fast, guys. Going forward, the team is considering how to preserve the current level of fatigue reduction while reinforcing the play element themselves. So you are supposed to play the game, you cannot just sweep. Who told you that sweep is a good thing? The goal is for active engagement with content to carry value, rather than play being reduced for repeated skips in search of favorable outcome. Huh? So no more sweep now? They're gonna take away sweep? I mean, if they take away sweep, I think that would be a different drama, right? In a similar fashion, the challenge difficulty for Wedding Wars, running alongside the half anniversary, will be adjusted. Difficulty has been adjusted. All rewards, will still be the same. Alright. This change is intended to provide captains seeking a greater challenge with a demanding tier of content to engage in. Alright, so following the conclusion of the half anniversary, a player survey will be conducted in June. Guys, make sure you guys tell them more sweep. More sweep, alright? I never heard of a game removing sweep. The dev team intends to gather feedback on how captains experience the various content prepared alongside, including what was satisfying and what fell short of expectations. The dev team remains committed to ongoing review and improvements across multiple areas of the game. Captain feedback serves as an important basis for determining the direction of the future development. A drawing will be held among survey participants with a small in-game reward provided to selected respondents. Okay, there'll be a roadmap as well in future. There's 1 week more before half anniversary updates. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so now the question is, are they actually getting the right feedback? Because I feel like right now, like at the end, here's the truth, right? I'm just going to be frank with you guys, right? If you are playing this game from global, don't expect them to listen to your feedback too much, right? They are probably going to focus listening to Korean players because that's probably where they are from, right? They're probably going to listen to the Korean players, the Korean forums, because they understand the language there more, right? If you are from global or from JP, I think it's going to be much more difficult for them to like try to understand, because at the end of the day, you know, whatever that the Korean players say will probably have the utmost priority. And it's a little bit upsetting, but that's just how these things are, right? You can't have a game that is both a waifu collector and a grind fest. I think trying to please both audiences is the wrong direction. I think it depends, right? What about Epic 7, right? Because if you can achieve that balance a little bit, I guess, can you call Epic 7 a waifu collector? I think you can, right? And that game is also more PvP centric or more PvP centered, right? The same people that plays Arknights and fill 60 hours in 3 days and then say there's no content. I'm sure there are going to be those people, right? I'm sure there's going to be some of those people out there, sure. But yeah, it's like it's going to be a very difficult one, right?